Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining our online event today. We are delighted by the high interest for Schubert and the world premiere of the next generation of our flip-up helmets. A very warm welcome to all our Schubert customers out there, to all our dealers and distributors, to all Schubert partners, and to everyone from the press. Before we jump into our new helmets, maybe let me spend 2 remarks on the show today. First, our initial idea was to present all our news at EICMA. But as in summer, when we had to start all the detailed preparations, it still was not clear how that would look like. We decided to move to this online event. And secondly, talking about language, as you might know, we are a German company based in Magdeburg at the Elbe River. But as we ship our products into more than 55 countries all over the world, we decided to do the show in English. However, we will provide a German subtitle, and I hope this will work for everyone. So back to the main topic of our event. Schubert launched its first flip-up helmet back in 1998. And as you know, since then have been one of the leaders of the segment, selling more than 1.5 million helmets over 4 different generations. While doing this, we have been reinventing the flip-up helmet multiple times. Integrated sun visors, integrated communication systems, anti-roll-off system, seamless linings, you name it. Features which are standard today have all been introduced by Schubert. For all our models, we follow the same philosophy: safety and quality first. For safety, we put our Schubert standard spec even above all regulations to offer the best possible in head protection technology to our customers. Our design is always targeting minimum weight and size of the helmet shell, which significantly contributes to active and passive safety. And the quality of our products is the result of a unique combination of high-tech materials and processes and handmade finishing and assembly in Germany in our plant. It's the result of comfort from Italian-made linings as well as from superior aeroacoustics performance, which is guaranteed by multiple hours in our wind tunnel in Magdeburg. So for the project we want to present to you today, we have continued this process of endless evolution and have transferred all these characteristics of our helmets into the next generation. So let me proudly present to you the world premiere of our new C5 flip-up helmet. And here it is, the new C5, the new era of flip-up helmets. I'm extremely proud that I can present to you today the result of more than 20,000 hours of our engineering and project management department, the skills of our entire workforce, more than 2,000 helmets tested, and more than 400 hours on the roads around Magdeburg. And now we are extremely proud that I have the C5 here in our hands. And of course, I hope you will like it as much as we do. Let me now introduce Matteo to you. Matteo is the head of our business unit motorcycling, and he has been heavily involved personally in the development of the helmets and has been testing the helmet for multiple hours on the road already. Matteo, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Christoph, and good afternoon, everybody. It's really my pleasure to present you today the C5 and all its new features. As Christoph just said, an helmet like the C5 is the result of a 3-year project started collecting the inputs of many Schuberth customers and partners on how the perfect flip-up helmet should look like, and continued with design studies carried out both internally and in cooperation with the renowned Italian design agency. To make sure that the helmet fit perfectly all our customers, we have been working with a very important German institute to define the EPS and lining geometries following a scientific approach. We have been investing together with top-of-the-range supplier into multiple pre-development projects to make sure that we use the latest in materials and product technology. And finally, when the product development process started, we have been passed through dozens of different stages with clearly defined quality gates. At every stage, prototypes have been tested in our internal test lab, such as the acoustic wind tunnel and our climate chamber. And since spring this year, even more important, we have been testing the helmet on road to find the last topic for refinement. Now, after 3 years of hard work, the C5 is finally ready to be introduced in the market. As Christoph mentioned a few minutes ago, the heritage of Schuberth in the flip-up segment started more than 20 years ago with the introduction of the concept in the market. And since then, we have been into an endless evolution process which brought us to redefine multiple times the standards of the segment. For the C5, we wanted our new flip-up helmet to be lighter but safer. We wanted the shell design to be more modern and aggressive, but at the same time, we want it quieter. We want its new communication system to become the new benchmark for performance and features, but at the same time, we want it more user-friendly. In other words, we wanted the C5 to be the best Schuberth helmet ever. To achieve this challenging goal, we work to make sure that the feature of the C5 would make it particularly suitable for touring and adventure riders. As you may already know, the claim of our company is head protection technology. So let's first talk about safety. Well, as you can see behind me, the C5 is going to be one of the first ECE-2206 homologated flip-up helmet, and is the first Schuberth helmet featuring the PGA double homologation. As you may already know, the new ECE-2206 norms comes with many additional requirements compared to the current ECE-2205 standard. Additional test point and test speed, the introduction of the rotational impasse test, the obligation to test and homologate the intercom system, and the obligation to remove any helmet component from the rider field of view are just some of the ECE-2206 requirements aimed to improve the active and passive safety of the helmet. In addition, the C5 is going to be the first Schuberth helmet featuring the PGA homologation, which allows a dual use of the helmet with open or closed chin bar. And as safety is always our first priority, we have added reflective area on the wind deflector to improve the rider visibility while riding with open chin bar. While developing the C5, one of our main goals was to keep the weight of the helmet as light as possible. To do so, we will produce the shell with our patented direct fiber process, and we will reinforce it with a layer of carbon fiber. Thanks to this process, we managed to improve the shock absorption performance of the helmet, and at the same time, we managed to reduce by 55 grams the weight of the helmet compared to its predecessor. Finally, as all our helmets, the new C5 will feature the Schuberth anti-roll-off system. How does it work? As you can see, the chin belt is connected to 2 additional safety belts attached to the back of the helmet via rivets to prevent the roll-off of the helmet in case of an accident. The second must-have of all Schuberth helmets is comfort. To develop the inner linings and the EPS geometry of our new helmet, we have used a scientific approach, commissioning a study to a very important German institute for textile innovation. As you can see behind me, we can divide the head shapes in 5 main categories, from extreme round shape to extreme oval shape. The C5 lining and EPS have been developed to fit perfectly head shape from round to oval, which represent more than 95% of the population. Nevertheless, our goal was to offer a perfect fit to all Schuberth customers. So we have created the Schuberth individual program, which allowed the rider to customize the fit of their helmet. How does it work? In case of an extreme oval head shape, the customer will have the possibility to customize the head pad, installing in the helmet thicker side pad and a thinner back pad. Vice versa, in case of an extreme round head shape, the customer will have the possibility to install thinner side pad and a thicker back pad. This head pad customization will be offered for the central sizes from medium to extra large, while for all sizes, we will offer the possibility to customize the fit in the cheek area of the helmet. To do so, we will offer 2 optional cheek pads. The cheek pad Sport, which will offer a more aggressive and stable fit, and the cheek pad Comfort for a softer and looser fit. Finally, as in all other Schuberth helmets, for the C5 lining, we will use antibacterial and breathable fabric from Italy, respecting the severe Oikotex 100 standards. Another key feature to ensure the best comfort while riding long distances is the ventilation of the helmet. As you can see, on the C5, we have introduced a double chin air intake. In addition to our standard visor air intake, which is aimed to prevent fogging, we have introduced a second air intake featuring a washable and exchangeable filter for a proper breathing while riding in extreme conditions. With the C5, we have also paid particular attention to the air circulation in the EPS. As you can see behind me, we have decided to uncover the ventilation channels. The linings of the helmet are placed around the ventilation channels and not on top of them to ensure a proper airflow in the most challenging conditions. Last but not least, on the C5, we have introduced a back spoiler featuring an air structure, which contribute in keeping a permanent airflow in the helmet. The third key innovation we introduced on the C5 is the new SC2 communication system. As all other Schuberth intercom, the new SC2 system have been developed jointly with SENA and is based on the 50S system, which is featuring all the latest technology available on the market, such as the mesh intercom technology, which allowed a virtually limitless number of participants, the high-definition speaker and microphone, the advanced noise control, the digital assistance, and the range in line with the best product on the market. 3 antennas for mesh intercom, Bluetooth intercom, and FM radio are pre-installed in the helmet, together with the top-of-the-range SENA HD speaker. While the installation of the mic, main unit, and control unit require less than 30 seconds, as is enough to remove the covers and plug in the 3 components. Finally, to ensure an easy maintenance of the system, the connection between the main unit and the ergonomic control unit is wireless. When riding for long distances, comfort also means silence. Since the first concept, the outstanding acoustic performance has been one of the distinguished elements of all our flip-up helmets. During the development of the C5, our technicians spent more than 200 hours in our property wind tunnel optimizing the helmet shell design. These studies, together with the new neck roll concept, which ensure a perfect sealing of the bottom of the helmet shell, allowed us to achieve the remarkable result of 85 dBA at 100 km/h on a naked bike. On top of these 4 milestones, we have been working on many details and innovations to improve the riding experience of our customers. In my personal opinion, 3 very relevant innovations are the new visor memory system, the new sun visor V-lock system, and the new positioning of the chin strap. The V-lock is a sun visor locking system fully integrated in the helmet shell, which come with the benefit of an 180 degrees peripheral field of view for the rider. The new visor memory system is our new patented visor mechanism, which maintains the last visor position while the chin bar is open and reclosed. To explain it simply, if you ride with open visor and you decide to open the chin bar to refuel your bike, for example, the visor will remain open when you close again the chin bar. Vice versa, if the visor was closed, it will automatically close when you close again the chin bar. Finally, with the C5, we have introduced a new positioning of the chin strap, moving forward the rivet to improve the comfort in the throat area. Here in my hand, you see a C5 Master Blue fully equipped with the Schuberth SC2 communication system. As you can see here on the side of the helmet, with the C5, we have introduced a new branding concept with a trapezoidal metal plate integrated in the helmet shell. Last but not least, the C5 comes with a comprehensive color portfolio, including 2 decal design and 6 solid color. Let's have a look to them together. The first decal design is the Master design, which will be offered in 4 colors, 2 with a glossy finishing and 2 with a matte finishing. For the development of the C5 decal portfolio, we follow very closely the latest trend of the touring adventure segment to make sure that each shooter customer would have found the right color for his bike and garments. The second design I would like to present you tonight is the Eclipse design. As the Master design, the Eclipse design will be offered in 4 colors, 2 with a matte finishing and 2 with a glossy finishing. Last but not least, the C5 will be also offered in 6 solid colors, from the matte black to the recently introduced Schuberth concrete gray. With the color portfolio, we came to the end of the C5 presentation, so I would like to welcome back on stage our CEO, Christoph, and thank you all for the attention.
Thanks a lot, Matteo, for this detailed introduction of all the features that truly make the C5 the best flip-up helmet ever developed and produced by Schuberth. For us, the flip-up helmets truly have been a journey of endless evolution to define the new benchmark generation by generation. Of course, we hope that all of you out there will like the helmet as much and make it your choice for the next season. For the next weeks, we will of course share with you further details. These will be out with the press in the next days, as well as in various events, online with different local motorcycling platforms, as well as offline in the next month at your dealers. The helmets will go out to the dealers starting end of this year, so that you can choose your favorite color or decal soon. At this point, I do not want to close before having said a very special thanks to everyone who has been involved in this project, starting with early design sketches and the support of external design experts, but also many suppliers supporting with their latest ideas for innovations in materials and processes, and many Schuberth partners in distribution and trade who have shared their ideas and input at the beginning of the project and, luckily, positive feedback during the different development stages. Tonight, it is Matteo and me presenting the result, but all the efforts behind were managed by a great team of people at Schuberth in Magdeburg: engineers, quality managers, designers, testing expert, production people, project managers, and all the supportive functions you need to make a project like this work. We had very demanding goals, including the new regulation with the ECE 2206. We had bottlenecks with COVID, difficulties in the supply chain, but in the end, everybody can be very proud that tonight we can present the C5 and the results to you out there. I think that Matteo's presentation clearly showed the level of passion and distinction that we invest at Schuberth into our products to be able to say, we are the experts in head protection technology. Thanks to all of you for following our world premiere. I wish you now a nice evening and always an enjoyable and safe ride. I leave you now to enjoy the C5 movie. Thank you and goodbye.